Good morning, student. Today we are going to discuss about that particular remaining part of this chapter. We are discussing about the reproduction in flowering plant. In that previously we discussed what is the meaning of that sexual reproduction. The chapter name is nothing but the sexual reproduction. So we discussed the sexual reproduction definition. Then we discussed the flower, different parts of that particular flower, and all that particular parts which are present inside that flower that we discussed in a detail. Then we discussed androecium. It is the male reproductive organ. Inside that particular androecium we seen that there are three different parts. One of them is nothing but the filament, and another one is nothing but the anther lobe. So this one is anther lobe is the fertile part. Inside that there should be a formation of that particular pollen grain, or that is called as the microspores, and this part we join, that is called as the connective. So this one is nothing but a single stamen. This particular stamen, which is also called as microsporophyll, that is also called as microsporophyll. We discussed the TS of that particular TS of anther lobe in detail. In that I told you that this particular anther lobe, whenever you cut it in a transverse section, you may get found such a type of that particular tetragonal structure, and inside that you found that there should be a presence of 4 microsporangial sac, and this particular TS of anther valve that shows the 4 different parts: epidermis, endothecium, then middle layers, and the last one is nothing but the tapetum, which encircling that particular microsporangial sac. This one is nothing but the microsporangial sac that we have already discussed. Then inside that particular microsporangial sac there should be a presence of many sporogenous tissues. Each sporogenous tissue which is diploid in nature, diploid sporogenous tissue. Inside that particular diploid sporogenous tissue, the process of microsporogenesis have been carried out. Microsporogenesis, that means the formation of microspores from MMC, that is the microspore mother cell. Inside these pollen sac are microsporangial sac. By meiotic division and tetrad of pollen grains produced. Yesterday I told you that things. Whenever you observe such a type of that particular tetrad inside that micro, suppose that this one is nothing but the microsporangial sac, and here there should be a formation of such a type of microspore tetrad. So this one is nothing but the microspore tetrad. Microspore tetrad. These all are nothing but the pollen grains, but initially they may get formed. When they initially form, they are joined with each other, they forming the tetrad. When they mature, they may get separated in this way, and each pollen grain gets separated. So this one is nothing but a single pollen grain. Up to that, in the last lecture we discussed. Now we have to discuss the structure of pollen grain. So in the previous class we discussed what is the meaning of that particular sexual reproduction, and the major reproductive organ where the sexual reproduction have been carried out, that is nothing but the flower. Inside that particular flower we discussed all that particular floral parts, and in detail we discussed the TS of anther lobe, and also we discussed about the microsporogenesis process and how that particular pollen grain going to be produced, that we already completed. So from today we have to discuss what is the structure of that particular pollen grain. आज हमें structure of pollen grain ये parts को देखना है, यानी pollen grain कैसा रहता है, how it is made up, how its structure is there, what is the length, what is the viability of that particular pollen grain, that we have to discuss today. So because you see that pollen grains, what is actually the pollen grain? Pollen grain are also the microspores. Pollen grain are also the microspore. They are unicellular haploid uninucleate cells. Unicellular cell. These all are nothing but the unicellular haploid uninucleate spores or pollen grain which have been produced by meiotic division. Now, whenever you observe the structure of that particular pollen grain, majority of that particular pollen grain are spherical. Majority of the pollen grains are spherical, and they may going to possess double wall, outer wall of pollen grain which is called as exine, and inner wall which is called as intine. Inner wall. The outer wall which have been made up from the sporopollenin, that is one of the biologically tough chemical component which have been secreted by tapetum. This sporopollenin that makes that particular exine structure, and intine get made up from cellulose and pectin. So cellulose and pectin. So this is hard component biologically which is very tough. Because of the presence of sporopollenin, pollen grain cannot get degraded by any microbial action. Because of that, this particular pollen grain get protected and fossils going to be formed. No such a type of enzyme today known that can degrade that particular sporopollenin. They are so strong even at the acidic condition or even at the alkaline condition. So that's why pollen grain get protected. So whenever you see the structure of that particular pollen grain, you may get found that the intine which is continuous structure, which is smooth, but the outer one which is called as such a type of that particular exine which have been made. So two different kinds of the exines are present. Such a type of that particular smooth wall or rough wall exine which is also present. This one is nothing but the intine. This one is nothing but the exine. Same way. Intine, and this one is nothing but exine. Smooth walled pollen grains are present in case of monocot plant majority, where wind pollination have been carried out. Wind pollinated plants, where the wind pollination were going on, in that the pollen grains which may going to possess the smooth exine. Here there should be the presence of that particular nucleus. Inside that particular nucleus, the genetic material which is present, and the cytoplasmic content is there, and plasma membrane which have also been present here. Such a type of that particular plasma membrane is present. So this one is nothing but the plasma membrane exine. Here there should be the presence of that particular vacuoles. So such a type of this structure of that particular pollen grain. Over to that exine, some thin walled surface areas are present where sporopollenin is absent. These are called as germopore. So this one is called as germopore, where sporopollenin is not present. Such this one is nothing but the nucleus is there, and here cytoplasmic content, vacuole which is also present here. Two different kinds. The exine that may going to possess variously sculptured, various designs are present. Every species which may going to possess different sculpture or different design of exine. And intine which is always smooth and elastic, but the hard outer covering that is very hard, and in some areas this particular sporopollenin is absent. These areas are called as germopores, from where at the time of the germination of pollen grain, intine should get come out. Then pollen grains are considered at the initial cell of male gametophyte. Pollen grain itself is not a male gametophyte, but it is that cell from where male gamete is going to be produced. How they may going to be produced? So that we have to see. Before that, majority of that particular pollen grain which have been nowadays suggested by various nutritionists in Western countries as a nutritional diet. So because of that, in the Western countries, this particular pollen grain get used in the form of that particular tablets or in the form of that particular syrup. Just as they think that they are going to increase our stamina, they increase the nutritional diet and they may get given to the athletes and that particular racing horse. In some quantity, this particular pollen grain we are also eat in the form of that particular honey, because at the time of that particular pollination, honey bees along with that particular nectar, they also transfer this particular pollen grain. So what is honey? Honey is nothing but the combination of that particular nectar and pollen grains. So because of that, we also eat that particular pollen grains along with that particular honey, but separately we cannot eat. But in the Western countries, in nowadays, many people practice such a type of that particular pollen tablets and syrups. Again, now we are going to discuss about the viability of this particular pollen grains. How many days these particular pollen grains are viable? So here is that the viability of pollen grain, which is also species specific. That means सभी प्रकार के पोलन ग्रेन का वायबिलिटी यानी जिंदा रहने की या पॉलिनेट करने की या यू कैन से दैट जर्मिनेशन होने का जो कैपेसिटी होता है, द पोटेंशियल कैपेसिटी ऑफ पोलन ग्रेन टू जर्मिनेट, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द वायबिलिटी. तो हर वो पोलन ग्रेन का वायबिलिटी एक जैसा नहीं रहता है. सो वायबिलिटी ऑफ पोलन ग्रेन्स, वायबिलिटी ऑफ पोलन ग्रेन्स. In many cases, we can say that in case of that particular rice, wheat, jawar, that is nothing but the cereals, viability is near about 30 minutes after the dehiscence. In case of that particular Solanaceae family, Rosaceae family and Leguminosae family, the viability of that particular pollen grain up to the 30 days, that means near about the 1 month. So you can see that the variation. In aquatic plant, the pollen grains are elongated just like as a needle shape, as in the case of that particular Zostera. In many cases, they be going to occur is the spherical shaped structure. And here is that everywhere in each pollen grain there should be the presence of exine and intine, but in case of aquatic plant Zostera, intine is present and exine is totally absent. In Zostera, intine is present, this one is nothing but the intine, but exine is totally absent. And in case of that particular all other plant, so there should be the presence of exine and intine. What should be the diameter of that particular pollen grain? It may be at 25 to 50 micrometer. So that is the general diameter of that particular pollen grains. That was size, you cannot say that the diameter, but the size of that particular pollen grain is 20 to 50 micrometer. In some of the cases they are elongated, as I told you that in case of aquatic plant, just like as Zostera. Then we already discussed the viability of that particular pollen grain. We already discussed how that particular exceptional case is present, as in the case of the Zostera, where exine is totally absent, only the intine which is present. Now we have to discuss how the development of that particular male gametophyte have been produced. Development of male gametophyte. You can see that development of male gametophyte. I already told you that पोलन ग्रेन इज नॉट अ मेल गैमेटोफाइट. पोलन ग्रेन ये खुद मेल गैमेटोफाइट नहीं है, हाँ, लेकिन पोलन ग्रेन से ही मेल गैमेटोफाइट तैयार होता है. तो होता कैसे है? हाउ दैट मेल गैमेटोफाइट गोइंग टू बी प्रोड्यूस्ड? सो फॉर दैट पर्पस वी हैव टू दिस डेवलपमेंट ऑफ मेल गैमेटोफाइट डिस्कस इन टू डिफरेंट हेड. इसको हम लोग दो डिफरेंट हेड में करेंगे, बिफोर पॉलिनेशन एंड दूसरा वाला पार्ट है आफ्टर पॉलिनेशन, यानी पॉलिनेशन होने के पहले और पॉलिनेशन होने के बाद, यानी डेवलपमेंट ऑफ मेल गैमेटोफाइट दो हिस्सों में बांटा जाएगा। पॉलिनेशन होने के पहले, दैट मीन्स व्हेन पोलन ग्रेन इनसाइड द एंथरलोब, यानी जब पोलन ग्रेन एंथरलोब के अंदर है, एंड हियर आफ्टर द we can say that after the deposition of pollen grain on stigma, स्टिग्मा के ऊपर फॉल डाउन होने के बाद पोलन ग्रेन क्या होता है, और पोलन ग्रेन जब एंथरलोब के अंदर होता है तब क्या होता है, ये दो बातें अलग अलग हम पढ़ें। तो सबसे पहले जैसे हम लोगों ने बताया कि पोलन ग्रेन विच आर यूनिन्यूक्लिएट यूनिसेलुलर स्ट्रक्चर, so you can say that this one is nothing but one of that our pollen grain. So this is exine, so this one is nothing but the intine, so this structure here there should be the presence of that particular germpore, so this one is nothing but the germpore. At that particular maturity timing, this particular pollen grain may going to carry out the first mitotic division, इसमें सबसे पहले बार माइटोटिक डिवीजन होता है, and because of that particular mitotic division there should be a formation of two unequal cells. Two cells going to be formed, but they are unequal. One of them which is nothing but the smaller cell which is spindle shaped structure, and that may going to be called as generative cell. So this one is nothing but the generative cell going to be produced, and the larger cell which is called as vegetative cell. So this one is called as vegetative cell. Two cells. Here the reserve of food material which is also present is there. So this one is nothing but a generative cell. This is generative cell, this is vegetative cell. Two cells going to be produced. In many cases, what I say that, in many cases, so this one is nothing but the single celled structure or single celled pollen grain. तो ये सिंगल सेल्ड पोलन ग्रेन है, इसमें पहला माइटोटिक डिवीजन होने के बाद देयर शुड बी अ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ टू सेल्ड स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ टू सेल्ड पोलन ग्रेन. Near about 60% of this particular angiospermic plant they shed, that means dehiscence of antherlobe get carried out at this two celled structure of the pollen grain, or you can say that the pollination have been carried out at this two celled structure. But in many cases what is happening that before the pollination, even after, there should be a second mitotic division also going to be carried out, and three celled stage pollen grain get transferred and pollination have been carried out. But here you see that majority of them two celled stage this structure going to be pollinated. Now after pollination, when that particular pollen grain, suppose that this one is nothing but a style, this one is nothing but a stigma, where this particular pollen grain get deposited, so this one is nothing but a two celled structure. अब ये two celled structure वाला pollen grain है जो कि अब स्टिग्मा के ऊपर fall down हुआ है, यानी pollination हुआ है. अब क्या होगा, at the time of that particular pollination, stigma will secrete some sugary substance, and this particular pollen grain absorb that sugary substance. Because of that, the volume inside that particular pollen grain get increases and pressure get arise. So because of that particular pressure, the intine get comes out through that particular germ pore, and you can say that the germination of pollen grain have been carried out. ऐसे टाइम पे होता है फिर pollination, not pollination but the germination of pollen grain. तो इसके बाद वाला हम लोग डायग्राम इस प्रकार से निकालेंगे कि this particular intine is there, so this one is nothing but our intine. Here there should be a presence of the germpore. What is happening that the intine get comes out in the form of that particular pollen tube. Here there should be a presence of generative cell. Here there should be a presence of vegetative cell, and this one is nothing but the pollen tube. That is the germination of pollen grain, and this one is nothing but a vegetative cell, ये जो वेजिटेटिव सेल है, इस वेजिटेटिव सेल का जो न्यूक्लियस है दैट गोज टू दैट पर्टिकुलर tip of the pollen tube. So this one is nothing but the tube nucleus. We can say that this one is called as tube nucleus. After pollination, germination of pollen grain get carried out and there should be the formation of such a type of that particular structure. Now after that, इसके बाद second mitotic division carried out. Second mitotic division. So here after the formation of after that particular second mitotic division, what is happening that second, you can say that the second mitotic division carried out. Second mitotic. Before to that particular second mitotic division carried out, what is happening that this particular germ tube, germ cell, it may get come to here. Germ cell also move towards the pollen tube, and what is happening that suppose that this one is nothing but the intile, this one is nothing but the pollen tube. Here there should be presence of tube nucleus. Here this one is nothing but the exile is there. ये हमारा exile, यहाँ पर germ pores है. अब यहाँ पर आ गया है germ cells. So what is happening that second mitotic division carried out in this particular germ native cell, and because of that there should be a formation of two non-motile male gametes. So these are nothing but the male gametes, and this particular male gametes that have been produced because of the second mitotic division in generative cell. And you can see such a type of that particular structure. This one is nothing but the cytoplasmic content. This is actually the pollen tube. ये अब pollen tube है, ये tube nucleus है. Two non-motile male gametes going to be produced. That structure is called as male gametophyte. ये वो structure है that is called as male gametophyte, and this structure get produced after the pollination over the stigma. That means here is that here now the pollen grain which is present at 3-celled stage. So these are nothing but the two male gametes, and this one is nothing but the vegetative cell. In many cases, pollen grain gets shed at 3-celled stage. So you cannot say that at the time of the pollination how much celled structure of the pollen grain which is present. In both cases, it may be a 2-celled structure or it may be a 3-celled structure. Pollination of pollen grain going to be carried out there. In case of this particular fertilization, pollination which is the prerequisite state. Without pollination, fertilization cannot going to be carried out. Without pollination, fertilization is not possible. So at this 2-celled stage, in 60% of that particular plant, pollen grain get transferred by many agents. It may be a biotic or it may be abiotic agents, and after the shutdown of that particular pollen grain which receive that particular nectars or sugary substance, and germination of pollen grain get carried out, and at the time of the germination of pollen grain, the generative cell which move towards the pollen tube, and in the generative cell second mitotic division carried out, and there should be a formation of two haploid non-motile male gametes. These are non-motile male gamete move to this particular pollen tube, and this pollen tube come towards the basal swollen portion of that particular gynoecium. Now, so this one is nothing but the structure of pollen grain, how that particular pollen grain going to be produced. That process we call as microsporogenesis. What is the structure of pollen grain? What is the viability of that particular pollen grain, and how male gametophyte have been produced? So that we discuss in this particular topic. Now we can stop here. Tomorrow we will discuss about the female, or you can say that the gynoecium, structure of gynoecium, then megasporogenesis and megaspore in the next stage.